Hey everybody, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about the history of pumpkin spice. Since it is about fall season, I figured that this would be a fun topic to talk about. I usually don't talk about history topics on my channel. I usually like to stick to science and literature. The first sources I found of the pumpkin spice mixture, which actually, fun fact, usually most pumpkin spice products don't actually have any pumpkin in them, which I embarrassingly did not know before I started researching this. But the first roots of it, I guess, go back to some islands in Indonesia around 3,500 years ago, when scientists more recently found residue on pottery shards of a nutmeg mixture, which, probably means that the indigenous people around there were drinking it. Later on, when the Dutch came around in the 1500s, they found these islands and they began to exploit the natives and spices. They did murder a lot of them, unfortunately. However, when these spices were first introduced to Europe, they were actually worth more than gold. Which is fun to think that a spice that lots of people have in their kitchen nowadays was worth more than gold once. Now, I think a lot of us have cinnamon or nutmeg or allspice in our seasoning cabinet, but I don't think I have gold in there. Everybody was going crazy over these spices, to the point where they were fighting entire wars over it, called the Spice Wars. Fittingly named, since they were about spices. Later on, the Dutch actually traded their colony in America, called New Amsterdam, which is now New York, to the British for another spice island named Palarun. I don't know how to say it. Now, pumpkin spice wasn't really a thing, since earlier on the Dutch didn't really have pumpkins, since they were a crop grown by the indigenous people in the Americas, not in Indonesia, where the spices actually come from. So they were very separate, because, pumpkins on this side of the earth and spices on that side. It wasn't really combined until the 1700s, when Amelia Simmons published a pumpkin pie recipe. I looked up this recipe, and I looked up a tutorial of someone making it, which modern pumpkin pie is probably a lot better. It has a really weird consistency. Less pie, and think more weird pudding filling in a pie crust. Since after the pumpkin pie recipe was released, the spices and pumpkin combination became synonymous with each other. Even like I said before, most pumpkin spice recipes don't have pumpkin in them. Throughout the 1800s, pumpkin spice begins growing in I almost said popularity. Throughout the 1800s, pumpkin spice begins growing in popularity. In the 1930s, companies start releasing the first pre-made pumpkin spice mixtures. It's just a mixture of the spices involved to make those things, right? And these things slowly get more popular. Another very large brand releases another pumpkin spice mixture in the 1960s. In 2003, Starbucks drops the pumpkin spice latte, and basic white girls forever are changed. The release of the pumpkin spice latte led to way more popularity. Way more. Which is now why pumpkin spice is in basically everything. I wrote down a list in my handy dandy notebook, notes for the video. So, here is a list of some of the products I found containing pumpkin spice. Almonds, protein shakes, syrup, biscotti cookies, Oreos, breakfast biscuits, lip balm. I've never really actually liked flavored lip balm. I've always found it kind of weird. I never thought it was one of those things that needed to be flavored. Oat milk, tea, hot chocolate, protein bars. I was scrolling on Amazon looking for products, and I found pumpkin spice flavored dude wipes. I didn't really want to do more research onto what a dude wipe was, but those are pumpkin spice flavored. Candles, air fresheners, cereal, perfume/fragrance oil, dog treats, jello, hand cream, foot cream, dish soap, gum, candy, popcorn seasoning, collagen powder, soap, and Spam, like the meat that comes in a can. I myself have never really actually enjoyed the flavor of pumpkin spice. I've always thought it was kind of weird, and I always thought it was kind of weird because, like, why would you mix pumpkin and all of those spices? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will probably see you next month. That's when I've kind of decided to start posting regularly. Probably, like, late each month. So, yeah, like and subscribe for more.